And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel. What a big Friday we have to kick off this rest of the race weekend here at Laurel Park. We'll get to all the action today. Let's recap Thursday, though, real quick. Got lucky again, gave out a winning late pick 5 ticket. It paid well, $48 ticket, paid $943. They're not too big of prices on the ticket. Audacious Quality, a $16 winner in race 5 to kick it off. And then you had a $12 winner in the finale with You Made It, Kieran McGee and Julio Correa. Those were the two biggest prices. Miner's Quest paid a nice $9 for Howard Wolfendale. Late pick 5 pays $943. So I've given out late pick 5, winning late pick 5 tickets back-to-back days. Now the pressure's on, Keith, going for the natural hat trick today.
Turkey, right?
Maybe the Stronach 5.
In bowling. No, it's not luck. You're on your game. You're seeing the ball, and that's what happens to us as handicappers. I mean, we there's some streaks that go with us. We're hot for a little bit. We might tail off, but I think between all of us, we've been consistent all the way through. And you've given out Stronach 5 tickets, multiple. Tim, I mean, we've done regular pick 5s, pick 4s. So doing the homework, I think we're leading the bettors in the right place. That's what we're trying to do. We're kind of get you set up, and hopefully you can knock it out of the park. But, talking about that late pick 5 yesterday, we talked about Audacious Quality did slip away at a little bit of a price.
Yeah, it was 4-1 morning. It paid $16.40.
Yeah, and You Made It on the ended. You Made It was another one. Both of those horses, the dirt numbers were light previous. They had been improved form on the turf, and they kind of maybe carried it over to the dirt. And that's the tricky issue we're having right now with handicapping these races. Absolutely. Yep.
All right, so I picked the right week to get hot because the big Stronach 5 is today. Nice carryover in that popular national wager. There's the number. It's a big number, $91,081.85 for the Stronach 5 today. Industry low, 12% takeout means if you hit it, you get more money back in your pocket. Here's the lineup of races. It's going to start about 3:51 Eastern. Don't sleep on this. It normally starts here at Laurel Park. It's going to start down in Florida today at Gulfstream Park West, race 6 at about 3:51. So right after our race 7 is when you want to start getting to the window and getting your Stronach 5 ticket in. Then leg B right here, Laurel Park, race 8. I like Warm in that race. And then leg C is Laurel Park, race 9. And then the toughest leg is leg D at Golden Gate Fields, race 3. I'm 6 deep in that race. And then I have a single in the finale, leg E, Gulfstream Park West, race 8. Let's check out my ticket real quick. It's a $96 ticket. It's under $100. You can study it some more. All of our tickets for today and our picks for today on the laurelpark.com website. You can read more about the Stronach 5. There's my ticket. I go 4 deep in the first leg. And then the legs here at Laurel Park, I like in race 8, I like the 1 Indy Union, but I have the 3 Warm on top there. So I go 1-3 in leg B. Laurel Park race 9, that's leg C. I have the 6 Snidely on top in there at 7-2, but the 3 Galileo is dropping for Boniface and Trevor McCarthy, so I go 3-6 in there. And then, Golden Gate Fields race 3, that's a tough race. That's wide open. It's a 9-horse field. I go 6 deep in there. Maybe I can get a price. And then my single comes in the finale. That's an open 8,000 going long on the turf at Gulfstream. I single on the favorite there, the 6 Bowtie Affair at 8-5 for a hot barn. So there's my ticket, $96 play. I've given out a couple winning Stronach 5s earlier this year. I'm hot this week, so I'm hopefully due to give out another one. I think I'm going to play it. If I do play it in the finale, in the final leg, leg E, the 9 in there also looks tough. Could be, had a trouble trip last out, was third behind Bowtie Affair, so maybe add the 9 there in the final leg if you can afford it in the Stronach 5. It's a good wager for friends and groups of 3 or 4. Everybody put $40 on the table, and you play a $200 ticket. You can have some good coverage and have some fun.
Absolutely, and it's a bet that, you hit it once. It's going to carry you for a while as a gambler. What a perfect time of year if you could connect on it right now with Thanksgiving and the holidays coming up and Christmas and everything else. It would be a beautiful thing, and you see the 91,000 into it, like we talked. It probably was going to be around 400,000 when it's all said and done. It's a little bit of a tricky card. You only got one single, and you kind of push that single in there, right? So you're talking about it. You're going to have to spread a little bit to hit this bet, but lots of action all within, an hour and 10 minutes, basically.
Yep.
That's what you like about the bet as well, the low takeout. So don't let yourself get shut out. Give yourself, even if you just want to play a smaller ticket, you've got to take a chance for this Stronach 5 today.
All right, so I'll show you my tickets some more later on today. Let's tell you what's going on tomorrow. We're going to have a big crowd tomorrow. It's a salute to military families, our Military Family Appreciation Day tomorrow. Gates open at 11 o'clock. We also have a nice T-shirt giveaway tomorrow. You buy a live program, and you get a nice Maryland Military Family Appreciation Day T-shirt. There it is, Salute to Military Family. That's a good-looking long-sleeve T-shirt. I'm going to try to get my hands on one of those tomorrow.
I was going to say, could a couple of those maybe slide their way up into the press box? We've been lacking a little bit. So, guys, don't forget about us. We're up there, about 6 or 7 of us, trying to keep this place afloat, keep it moving. So, yeah, maybe somebody can mark it and come up. We'll buy a program. But, hey, yeah, that's a sporty looking shirt. My daughter would like to be probably wearing one of those around.
Sure. All right, so that's all tomorrow. You can read more about Military Family Appreciation Day on the website underneath our events page. Read more about Thanksgiving Day and Guys Day Out. A bunch of great promotions coming up to wrap up the year. Let's get right to it today. Let's show you a picture of the main track. Main track is perfect.
Yep.
It's going to be labeled fast today. There's no rain in the area. We're in the 50s, warming up a little bit. The Arctic blast has left us. We're back up in the 50s. That's normal November weather, probably.
No problem moving outside to the apron today, enjoying yourself a little beverage and watching the races live and up close. So, yeah, and this track's been playing pretty fair. A little scrapage of the rail today, but, that's a lot of times it's just normal maintenance. So I wouldn't really worry too much. We'll keep you abreast of the situation if any kind of real bias starts up on this racetrack. But for the most part, you can count on Laurel, even Pimlico, usually pretty fair.
Sure, absolutely. All right, here we go. Race 1, we kick off the rolling super high 5 in the opener. That's a low 15% takeout for that super high 5. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. Also, race 1 kicks off the popular early pick 5, which is always a mandatory payout on this early pick 5. Industry low, 12% takeout. Let's take a look at my early pick 5 ticket. It's a $48 play, and I tell you what, normally I think my best multi-race wagers are tickets that I have singles on. I have a single on my Stronach 5, and I have a single on my late pick 5 ticket today. I normally get a little worried about these tickets where I'm just dinking and dunking with no singles, but the winning ticket I gave out for $1,200 on Monday was a ticket like this. The winning ticket I gave out yesterday for $900 was a ticket like this with no single. Couldn't come up with a single here for this early pick 5. I go 4 deep in the opener, 1, 2, 3, 6, the 2. Awesome Tracker at 5-1 has a shot with the Bug Girl, Tylaya Pustina. Race 2, I go 1, 6, 7 in there. The 1, Wonder City's live in there at 5-1 for Cal Lynch.
Yep.
And then I used the 2 favorites in race 3, the 1, 7 in race 3. Race 4, I go with the 4, 7 in there. The 4 leading man is a decent price. The 7's going to be the heavy favored in race 4. And then race 5, I go with the 2 favorites, the 1 Vampish and the 3 Betty Ann. There's my ticket. You can study it some more online, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section, let's take a look here at race 1. We're going a mile and a 16th, claiming 10,000, 3 and up, never won 2. Lifetime, you have the 3 on top. We have a video spotlight of Elevated Forever for trainer Raul Garrido. Horacio Caramanos will ride. Here's the race from November 2nd.
Yeah, and a big field of 14 was able to get position up 3 wide, 4 wide early. Dropped in, made a bid 3 deep, and is able to get the lead. Goes clear in this race and ran into an okay speed type of horse in Cryptocurrency. Put that one away. It's just not going to be able to hold off one more time through the final 1/8 of a mile. But all things considered, 30-1 this day, actually 33 and some change to 1 was Elevated Forever for Raul Garrido. Improvement on the turf recently, and once again, Stan carried it over to the dirt. This is the stuff you're having to navigate through as a handicapper. A little bit of a guess, but this horse, all things considered, ran quite well this afternoon. I don't see any reason why this horse can't come back and run a fairly close race. Very game to the wire. Campari I have at 8-5. I think the bigger number, people are going to jump on that. I think Campari, the 6, might be just kind of a one-run sprinter. We'll see. Third off the layoff here for Katie Voss.
Yeah, I use the 6 in my exact. I use the 3, Elevated Forever, third. The 1 I use on top here, Giant Viking, just looking for a decent price. We'll get 6-1, 5-1, 6-1 here. here on the one Giant Viking by the factor for trainer Gary Capuano. Nice maiden score at Charlestown last out, going 6.5. That's a 2-turn race at Charlestown. And that was against maiden 12-5. An okay number for that level. Gary finds a nice level facing winners for the first time. Jorge Rios, good long shot rider, should get a ground-saving trip. This horse has some early speed and is going to be on the inside. Might just get a real nice trip on the rail.
An awesome tracker. I think at 13 posts last time, out of that same race is Elevated Forever. I think these two are going to be out part of that early pace flow. Giant Viking, to me, is going to have to move up a little bit, Stan. Numbers are a little bit lacking. That maiden 12-5 at Charlestown, it's an okay race, but Gary Cappy's certainly eligible to get a horse to improve. I'll throw Voodoo Valley into the mix. We saw what Annette Eubanks has done of late with some big prices, and you don't want to completely dismiss her. There's our sponsor, right?
Dan
you
Eubanks.
got it.
Dan Eubanks. Good luck. Fidelity First. Voodoo Valley in the opener. Be a price with the top bug rider, Julio Correa. So, all right, so I go 4 deep with the 1, 2, 3, 6 to kick off my early pick 5. Let's turn the page. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. You like the early pick 4 today. Let's check out your ticket.
Yeah, and I think the early pick 4, your pick 5, I think it could pay an awfully big price. There's really no slam dunks along the way. We talked about it was about 2 weeks ago. Same kind of setup in these earlier races. You have to spread. I'd like to go a little deeper if I could in race 2. I'm going to go 4 and 6. I got Loa as a little bit of a sneaky price shot here for Trace Abbott. Let's go in the third race with the 1 and the 7. Key scratch in the third with the 3. Umo is out.
Right.
Fourth race, 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. Yeah, hunt me down if he comes back. It was a 3 or 4 back race on the dirt. Yeah, he should win. Well, should. Not meaning he's going to. I've got to go some other options in there as well. Fifth race, we're going to pare it down to the 5 and the 8, to both logical price horses. Can the Queen? I've got 12. Interesting. You got Sancho Salaman at a big price.
You have to use, right?
It was a big price last time and just stopped. But, man, I'd love to hit the all button in race 5 if I could. I am not sold on anybody, but we've got to keep this ticket affordable. I'll go $20 from there. Can the Queen, I'm hoping just cents. So there you go. Early pick 4.
All right, let's take a look here at race 2. We're going a flat mile. Maiden 2-year-old fillies claiming 40,000. We have a video spotlight here on the 6. Worst best idea ever. Going to be one of your favorites. 5-2 morning line. Let's take a look at this Bourbon Courage filly trained by Lynn Ashby. Here's the race on Maryland Million Day.
How about that? Drew the rail in a big field, saves ground, advances inside some horses leaving the quarter pole, swings out. Obviously can't catch Hello Beautiful sticking together, your top 2 finishers, but very willing to the wire. This horse caught my eye late at 97-1. Nowhere remotely close to this afternoon. 4th place finisher out of there, Punk Rock Princess, you see there? Actually came back and was bet down. Was 12-1 that day. Was bet down to 7-2 in an optional allowance race the other day. So I think worst best idea ever is going to get it done. And can we get maybe 3-1? I don't know, just because the horse was such a high price last time. But in this field, off of those really quick internals, should be stalking the pace today.
All right, so I use her on top. You have her in your exacta. You put the 4 on top here. 5-1 here on Loa by declaration of war for Trez Abbott. Ran decent on the turf last out. Now gets back to the main track. First time Lasix on the main track today, right?
Yeah, yes, and a little bit better price here. And looking back, that race at Delaware, the debut, August the 29th, has turned out to be a pretty strong race. Blaine Debbie came back to run a 79 at Keeneland. Absolutely whistled. Another horse came out of there and ran okay. Abbott, the last couple of years, first time Lasix on the dirt is about 20% with an ROI of 267. I like that. I think this horse is going to be okay moving back to maybe a preferred surface in this dirt track. So I'll take a shot. Maybe a little bit better price, Loa here in race 2.
Sure, I didn't use the horse, but it could be one of those typical 5-6-1 shots that make the early pick 5, early pick 4 pay well. So I didn't use the 4. I have the 6 on top. We both like the 1 in here, Wonder City for the Red Hot Barn of Cal Lynch. He's having a phenomenal year, especially with his 2-year-olds. And him and the X-Man been winning some races together recently.
How about that? Teaming up and scoring at some good prices at a high clip, over 30%. And Wonder City comes out of a race that was pretty good because Etana came back, was DQ'd right out of the win, but a good run, a much improved Fig, chasing some quicker internals. This horse I think is a stayer against this group. Should be forward position and hang around a long way, but fairly evenly matched. I just think you've got that number advantage on the 6, but it's proven there were 2 good fillies that she ran behind in that Maryland Million Lassie, and she looked good doing it. That last 3/16 was a solid run.
Absolutely. All right, good video there. Worst best idea. Race 2, race 3. We're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 16,003 and up. Never won 3 or straight 3-year-olds here in race 3. You have the one on top, Rip Rap Riley. I use them second. We have a stat here for trainer Dale Capuano. Here's the stat.
On an absolute roll right now is Rip Rap Riley, going, 4th off the claim today. Last 3 years, Dale Cap. Dirt claiming sprints. He's 9 for 19, 47% off of a top Fig and a win. All right, that's strong. Look at that ROI of 364. Source gets a little bit of help with one of the other speeds coming out in the 3. Umu. I think the 5 is a dead send type, but Rip Rap Riley I think will be able to get perfect position and make first run on the speed of the 5. You can never tell.
All right, I used the 1 in my exacta. Big scratch in race 3 of the 3, Umu, who was my top pick. So now I end up on the 7, home of the Lombardi for trainer Hugh McMahon. A sharp win first off the claim at Delaware, going a mile back in September, and then came down here to Laurel, Maryland bred allowance race. Maybe that was a little too tough. Ran an okay 4th that day, but it's a 3-year-olds won 4 races, taking advantage of the dual condition, going against older that haven't won 3, and getting a drop today. Last time at the 16,003 life level, sprinting on the turf at Colonial. Won that day. So this horse is a runner. By Super 99, 4 wins from 9 starts. He's made 71,000. Hugh McMahon, Alex Cintron been having a couple good weekends here at Laurel.
Yeah, this one I think this horse will be the favorite and has the win sprinting over the dirt at Laurel. Couldn't quite sustain. That was a day Claudia Runner went way out in front. Made a good move, but once hit the top of the stretch, really just couldn't quite sustain through that final 3/16 of a mile. But get some targets this afternoon.
All right, so 1-7-7-1, hopefully all day there for us in race 3, the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. We had a couple live singles going into the last race yesterday. There's the carryover today, $2,683. Tim Tulloch has a ticket for the Rainbow Pick 6. Let's check it out, $64.80 play. You can study his ticket online, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section, let's take a look at his single. That comes in race 8, feature of the day. Second level allowance for Philly Mares going a mile. He singles there on the 3, Warm, who's second choice in there. I have Warm on top as well. Alex Cintron and Kieran McGee, she was a sharp winner last out, but so I like the 3 Warm in there, but the 1 Indy Union's going to be a tough favorite for Englehart and McCarthy, but she didn't run very well last out in the slop at Monmouth and hasn't run since early September. So I think the now filly is the 3 Warm. I have her on top as well there in race 8. So that's a nice big feature of the day in race 8. Let's take a look at the first leg of this 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. We also kick off a middle pick 4 in race 4. We're going a flat mile, maidens 3 and up, claiming 10,000. Video spotlight here on the 7, who's going to your 9-5 morning line favorite. Hunt Me Down is going to be a popular favorite here in race 4. Here's the race from November 11th.
Of 18, yeah, we're going back a ways here, but I tell you, a pretty good sustained run from the back of the pack is going to be wide and closing in. You're not going to be Johnny Banks. That was a Claudio runner that afternoon. Some other dirt numbers back on the page still work. This was the top, though, of 55. Laid off from November of 18 to September of 19. Came back, ran bang-up race on the turf, but could not duplicate it at the same level at a short price. Now we're going to drop. I mean, this is like the last-ditch effort maybe for this horse. Maybe it's kind of a give-up move. Hunt Me Down, trying to gather back the form of last year, but we'll see. And it's gonna hurt the price. That number just still sticks out against this group. I go to the 1, Storm Tower. Just kind of off of a really kind of a poor performance at Delaware last time. Was jammed down at 4-5. Could only muster up a 25 buyer. Hugh McMahon went in. Right. Interesting. Like something. Here's a little stat on Hugh the last couple years. First off the claim with maiden claimers on the dirt. He's 3 for 8 and 6 for 8 in the money, Stan. I like that. That's good enough for me. A little bump up in here. Just searching for a price because I really don't trust the fave.
All right, yeah, I try to beat the favorite as well. I have the 4 on top, leading man. You'll get a nice price on the 1 Storm Tower, 10-1. I go with the 4 leading man, 4-1. An okay fourth last out at this level. I was in the slot. He's maybe better on a fast track. He gets blinkers on. Hammy Smith about 18% when he puts the blinkers on. Victor Carrasco, beautiful ride yesterday by Victor on Miner's Quest for Howie Wolfendale.
Yeah.
So I go with the 4 leading man on top, trying to beat the favorite, hunt me down here in race 4.
And I think, like a horse like Storm Tower, I don't think he has quite the speed as leading man or hunt me down. But you've got Lake Source in here, the 5, White Russian off the 5.5. It's just going to be on a send mission, sure. It looked like, along with Pistolario, the 8. These two, if they kind of force anything around 47 and change, it's probably going to be too quick. Leading man, I think, is going to get first run. Is he going to be able to sustain? That's the question. So I think he's going to sit a great stalking trip. I want to just see a little bit more finish out of him. But Hammy needs lower maiden claimers. He's
tough.
He's proven time and time again.
All right, pick 6 starts race 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. The late pick 5 starts in race 5. Stronach 5. That's going to start right after race 7. We'll check it all out right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, here we go. Late pick 5 starts race 5. No carryover today. They hit it yesterday for $943. Hope you played along. We gave out a winning late pick 5 ticket Monday and yesterday, going for the natural hat trick today. Industry low, 12% takeout means the pick 5s always pay well here at Laurel Park. Let's check out my ticket, $48 ticket. You can study it on the website, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section. Races 5 and 6. I look for some good coverage in those races. I'm 4 deep in races 5 and 6. So hopefully I'm still live after race 6. My single comes in race 7 today. That's a nice starter allowance for affiliate mares going 5.5. I single on the favorite there, the 3 off my stage. Coming off a little freshening for trainer Mark Reed, who's 25% with that move. He gets his top jock, Julio Correa, the 3 off my stage. Going to be the favorite in race 7. I key on her. Then in race 8, I like the 3 warm on top, but the 1 Indy Union's going to be tough. Race 9, I have the 6 on top, Snidely at 7-2. But the 3 Gallerio is going to be tough with McCarthy 3-1, and the 1 Junior Senator Alex Centron aboard for Caron. Both the Caron runners in race 9 look pretty tough. Yeah. So there's my ticket. You can study it some more online, laurelpark.com. Let's see if I can get live here in race 5. The 7 is my 4th pick in here. Yeah, My Side Princess 6-1, taking a drop. 3rd off the layoff for Damon Dildovico, so she could be a nice price to 7. To kick off this late pick 5. But I go with the 3 on top. Betty Ann for trainer Mike Gorham. Alex Centron rides this filly by Sky Mesa. She's getting a nice drop today, dropping from Allowance Company at Delaware to this 16,002 life. Hopefully that's enough to wake her up. She ran a decent 4th 2 starts ago, and then didn't run that well last out with first-time blinkers. Hopefully she does better today. I think at this level she will.
This is just a. There's a horse called Nightmare in here, right? The 6. Yep. This is a nightmare of a race from a handicapping perspective. Good luck. It killed me trying to make a line. I guess the most consistent horse is Vampish. She draws inside. She's really not that fast, and she really doesn't bring a big finish. So where do you go? I'm going to go outside with a hot trainer. I tried her last time, Can the Queen at 13-1. She absolutely caved after about 3/8 of a mile. I'm just thinking something went wrong. Back to the level where she was for the maiden claiming debut win on the turf. She was so game in that race. Turned away a couple challenges. I'll give her another shot to set sail from the outside. Other than that, it's anybody's ball game, Stan. Race 5, you're on your own. I'm telling you, it's that tough of a race for me.
I know Rudy said I didn't use the 8. I'm 4 deep in this race. I know Rudy Sanchez Solomon's hot, but if this filly wins, this will outdo the Carla Morgan horse on January 1st this year. Going from but in Falter, got beat 47 lengths, running back in 14 days, no work since.
Yep.
But the barn's red hot.
There's nothing you can just latch on to in here with any confidence. is what I see. I mean, it's an absolute spread race if you're going in your multi-race.
Yeah,
games.
Vampish has been the beaten favorite her
Right.
last 2 starts, so she's beatable. The 5, Holiday Hope's a decent third last out. She might be going in the right direction for Donnie Bars. She'll slip away to decent 4-1. Damon's Philly's getting a drop here. The 7, My Side Princess, third off the layoff and a drop. That's a good move, and she gets a good outside post.
Oh, I've been chasing her, no doubt about it, and she's going to be part of this flow, I would think, a little bit. She has shown on occasion to kind of stalk and make a little run into it, but just very limited recent form on any of these horses.
All right, so we're both looking for a price here in race 5. Let's turn the page. One of our features of the day here in race 6. We're going a flat mile. Nice first level allowance for 2-year-old fillies. Optional claiming 62,000. We both like the 3. She's 2-1 morning line. Let's take a look at Ankle Monitor, a 2-year-old filly here for Claudio Gonzalez. Here's the race at Parks.
Yeah, at Parks. I went up there at, I just call it 19-1. You don't see this too often. Parks, we have a little bit of fireworks going on in here, huh, Stan? Ankle Monitor just going to loop and swoop about 6 wide when it's all said and done and just roll right on by to go clear, widening by 5 1/4. We've seen Ebo Special, the third-place finisher, out of this race, come back and run okay. A little bit of trouble, in the tempo, but they thought they had a good enough filly to go there. She comes back to reality today. She's going to be a major player with any kind of run like she displayed up at Parks on September the 23rd.
Yeah, she'll be tough. I use her in the exact. I go with the 5 on top here in race 6 to kick off the late pick 4. Let's check it. Here we go. We both have the 5 on top here. Panthera, Honka for owner Joseph Besker, who had a 2-win day yesterday. Tim Kreiser trains this filly by Super Saver. Nice debut score at Penn National. Maiden special weight. They bet her down to even money in debut in a 10-horse field, and she lived up to her billing.
Yeah, I mean, and a real gritty effort. Was up with a quick pace, kept on grinding to edge away late. That second-place finisher came back to gallop last night at Penn by like 11 and change. Ridden out to the wire was the second-place finisher. This horse, you're looking bottom side, you're thinking all sprint when I looked at the breeding. But, man, he's got a half-brother that was a 5-time winner going long, another one that was 4-time winner going long on the dirt. Breeding suggests this filly can carry the speed.
All right, so we both have the 5 on top. We both have a cold 5-3-2-4 there in race 6. Let's turn the page here. Race 7, my best bet of the day here in race 7. 5.5 furlongs for filly and mares 3 and up. Started for a claiming price of $16,000 or less in their last 3 starts, or claiming price $25,000. So kind of a tricky condition to handicap here. You have some horses that are eligible for the starter condition, and then the 25 fillies. That's just they're open 25,000 fillies. So that's the condition here for race 7. I go with the favorite on top. You have her in the exacta off my stage, 9-5 here for Mark Reed. Mark Reed's good with this move. This filly hasn't run since mid-September, and she was coming into that race off a layoff. She ran an okay 4th against 2 other than Allowance Company. I think that race a lot tougher than this race. You're in an okay 4th. She's been freshened up since then, been working okay at Pimlico. Mark Reed, 25% with this move off this kind of freshening. He gets his Top Gun, Julio Correa, and they're 25% together. Off my stage by More Than Ready, a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. I put her on top in race 7.
I guess that's the encouraging thing, right? She tops out as a top, coming off of a top, and then she takes a little bit of a break. The works are forward, though. Another race. None of these horses really kind of showing you anything of recent note. I think favoritism is clearly going to go between the 3 and the 6. I've got them pretty tight on the line. Uphill Battle just really isn't what she once was on the dirt. Contrarity running against a little bit less. Don't leave out Buffs and Love. Okay, Rudy Sanchez Salaman, okay number closing on the turf, 3rd off of a claim, back to the dirt. This horse will make a run into it. I go to the 6 limited view. I'll take one shot. Boy, she had such a early on in her career had a ton of talent. Things have just kind of tailed off for her. She's gotten into some bad habits. So she's always had some bad habits coming out of the gate. But in for the tag, I guess they're willing to part ways with her. And this move has been a pretty good one for Salzman over the years. His first-time tag is a pretty good percentage with a solid ROI when I went back on it. She's got to behave in the gate. Let's hope she does. If she does, I think she comes out cleanly and just goes ahead and wires this field.
And just real quick, in the Maryland Million Distaff handicap in October, she was declared a non-starter. I believe she broke through the gate just a split second before the field broke, right? So that's why she was declared a non-starter. And it looks like Riaz probably just did the smart thing and protected her and wrapped up on her. Knew they were probably going to be declared a non-starter. I compliment trainer John Salzman Jr. He's come back with a nice work on this filly since the Maryland Million, a nice 5 furlong workout November 6th, 101. She's always worked well in the mornings. She's a 5-time winner here at Laurel Park, a multiple stakes winner here at Laurel Park. She's probably worth the $25,000 as a broodmare, maybe. So maybe that's what they're thinking. They sell her as a broodmare prospect, or maybe she doesn't get claimed and just gets back in good form. So I like her. I use her in the exacta. We like the same 4 filly and mares there in race 7. Let's now right after race 7. Our race 7 scheduled to go off at about 3:40 Eastern time. Right after our race 7, you want to start thinking about that Stronach 5. The Stronach 5, that popular national wager with the big carryover. There it is, over 91,000. That's going to start Gulfstream Park West, race 6 at 3:52 Eastern time. So right after our race 7, you want to start finalizing your Stronach 5 tickets and getting up to the window. There's the lineup, 3:51, Gulfstream Park West, race 6. Then leg B is right here, Laurel Park, race 8. Leg C, Laurel Park, race 9. Leg D, that's the toughest leg, I think. Golden Gate Fields, race 3. And then leg E, Gulfstream Park West, race 8. Let's check out my ticket real quick. I have a $96 ticket. You can study it online, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section, I go 4 deep here in the first leg. I like the 1, 2, 4, 8. Maybe I can get a price here. The 4's 8 to 1. That would be a nice price to kick it off here in the first leg. Leg B here at Laurel, our feature. Upper level allowance for filly mares going a mile, race 8. The 1 Indy Union's going to be the favorite. The 3 Warm is going to be, if we just put up the ticket real quick, the 3 Warm's going to be one of the favorites. So I go 1-3 in that race. And then Laurel Park, race 9, I go 3-6 in that leg. Golden Gate, race 3, so that's a wide open field. I go 6 deep there. And then I single on the favorite in the finale, the 6 Bow Tie Affair. So it's going to start Gulfstream Park West, race 6. Now, we did our race 7 already? Okay, we did. I'm going 7, 6 now. 8 here. Now we're going. Here we go.
Race 8.
Race 8 here at Laurel Park. Leg B of the Stronach 5. Our feature of the day. Filly mares going a mile. Scratch the 2 Saffron Spirit. I have the 3 Warm on top. So do you. Let's show you a video spotlight. So well-bred daughter of Flatter. Here's the race from November 2nd where she runs a huge effort.
Yeah, just poised to pounce here. 3 wide around the turn, 3 and 4 wide. Cuzzo Medji out there, the great, setting the pace for Rubley. And Kieran went in and grabbed this horse for 25. I was a little, suspicious of this move. After such a big win, the horse got pounded down, and they lay this horse in for the tag, and Kieran's not scared. He's not scared of anything. I can tell you that. And gets this horse to perform right back off the claim. Didn't quite come back to that 86 number, did we really think she was, but pretty powerful again. Just forges away from the field in mid-stretch and is going to hold firm by 3. Now we're going to step up. Well, you've always said it, Stan, and we know it. The A other than the 2 other than is usually a little different ball game.
Sure.
Get some help here, though. You got a couple scratches, the 2 and the 7 coming out. Indy Union, she's got some talent. She's had a couple races off the layoff, a little bit disappointing last time. I got to think she's the main threat. But Warm, man, she's got maybe a little tactical advantage over that one as well. Gets the jump. I do think it's one of these 2 at an awfully short price. I think Mortal Storm might go out and try to set the pace, but we'll see. I go Warm slightly over the 1 Indy Union. Indy Union brings her A game. I think she wins it. But that's a little bit of a guess here. But she's run okay off of a layoff.
All right, so we both have a cold 3-1-8 on top there in race 8. Laurel Park, race 9 is leg C of the Stronach 5. It's also our Quinella race, the last live race every racing day. We have the Quinella, which is a $2 exacta box. It's a low 10% takeout. That's the lowest takeout in the country. the Quinella, last live race every racing day. So let's take a look here, Laurel. Race 9, we're going a mile. Maiden 2-year-olds. Maiden claiming $25,000. My price play of the day here in race 9. The 6 Snidely 7-2 morning line. Now you might think that's not that big of a price. Well, I think that's like third choice in the betting here.
Yeah.
And if you can key around a $9 winner on your multi-race tickets, well, that's pretty good. Julio Correa rides this filly by alternation for Kieran McGee. Didn't run too well off the layoff for Maiden 25. An okay fourth that day. It was going a mile. At least he has a race underneath him. Now second off the layoff. We stay at the same level. Maiden 25. We get the bug. Julio Correa. It was Kieran and Correa who won the finale yesterday.
Yeah, you made
right?
it. Yeah,
You
Correa
made it.
got the late double. Cintron had the early double yesterday. Yeah.
All right, let's see if Kieran and Correa can take the finale today on Snidely.
Yeah, I think Snidely will move up.
Helen Marshall was the owner yesterday, too, on You Made It.
Yeah,
right?
there it is. Like,
All right.
strike twice. And I expect this horse to lay it a little bit closer, maybe, this afternoon against this group, Junior Senator. But I like Galerio. Galerio give up one final shot. This horse is another one. Was showing a lot of promise. Ran a couple bang-up races back-to-back. Numbers just kind of keep going down. This horse now is down to the $25,000 level. A little excuse last time. Was caught in between horses. Hey, Jock just took back a little bit, and then the field got away. One final shot with Galerio. If he doesn't do it today, I don't know when he's going to do it.
Well, McCarthy stays aboard,
He stays,
so that's a
maybe
great,
he knows. He said,
right.
"Hey, I got maybe a little bit of a jam up there, and got ourselves in a little trouble. Let's get one more shot and see if we can get it done."
All right, so we like the same 3 on top there in race 9. That's it. We're out of time. Stronach 5, big carryover. It's over 91,000. Start studying your tickets now. My ticket and Tim Tulloch's ticket is on the website, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section, there's also a nice press release about the Stronach 5 telling you about all the races, the times, and everything. So don't get shut out. It's going to start right after our race 7 today. The Stronach 5 is going to start race 6 down there at Gulfstream. Good luck today. Dave Robbins coming up next with Scratches and Changes.
Good luck.